Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on with it. The name, Law Nation. And as we talk about this, let's talk about the face of defeat. Let's talk about the situations without hesitations nor deviation to the matter. Cowboys Netflix reveals more, and all of you guys can tune in. Yup, Micah Parsons contract soon. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Soon and very soon.
Ready? Run.
We are going to see the King. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey, put that sandwich down. It's too early for a sandwich. Come on. Get some scrambled eggs and some Italian grits. Put some cheese on mine. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hush all that crying, Jim. It's your fault. Yeah.
Let's go, man!
And let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Put a 4 in the chat if you shared this content. If you subscribe to this content. Put a 4 in there. Sharing is caring. And if you like this content, come on with it. Shout out to you, Toxic Tom, the legendary epic rants that he do. Bear 24, appreciate you. Ace Boogie, appreciate you. Holly, appreciate you. Who else we got in the building? Brenday, and remember, Adamanium, Jeremy, appreciate y'all. D-Dub and Nim, man, appreciate you, man. Oh, my God, we got a full house tonight, well, today. What time it is? Okay, where I'm at. All right. I guess. What I got, baby?
I got beans and
bologna. All right. So that's just to get the spirits going. I appreciate everybody. There will be practice later on today, open practice. And from what it is told, that the Schottenheimer said that this would be a hard practice, not a light one. So this would be our first time being able to see the Dallas Cowboys in Frisco under the leadership of Schottenheimer. So hopefully we will have some things for you guys down the stretch. And, of course, shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, but now it's Boss Show Me, right? You know, that's how long it's been since me and him got a chance to sit down. He done changed his whole name, but we should be there today in Frisco, and I hope to see y'all beautiful faces out there in Frisco as well. If you've seen the Netflix documentary, put JJ in the chat. That means Jerry Jones. If you've seen the Netflix documentary, put JJ in the chat. All right, and we need, Holly says, we need another one of those toxic rants. All right, so people do what they want to do. People will do what they want to do. That's the message of the day. In the face of defeat, yes, it falls on the feet of Jerry Jones. That's a double entendre if you can put that all together, right? Face of defeat falls on the feet of Jerry Jones. It's right in his face because of the simple strength is that even though we can argue amongst each other about players are the ones that's on the field, right? Or we can argue with each other and say that, yeah, you know, even though Jerry is the owner, is his son, Steven, that handles the contract. We all know who paid the bills, right? Those bills don't go into anybody's name but Jerry, right? And Jerry will get all of the fame and the blame, right? At the end of the day, this is his baby, right? See, he bought the team financially, right? He bought it financially. But we bought the team emotionally, right? We grew up loving this team, right? Before he had the remunerations to buy the team. And by him, I guess, gambling $800,000, right? And for he to flip $800,000 to $100 million, right? There's people that's watching this channel that they can live their whole lifespan and they would never occur or they would never have $800,000. That's how crazy this world is, right? And Jerry was able to buy that and oil that up and get $100 million out of it. And now he's sitting upon close to what, 12 to $14 billion. And that's a good investment for him. But what about the investment of this team? What about Micah Parsons? What about what he would bring to the table? And what about the storylines of the whole situation when we start bringing forth things just like what Troy Aikman said? And let's listen to him on this broadcast. I want to know, put a 3 in the chat if y'all can hear this audio.
But then the other side is, if you're Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, how do you try to win or be great without Micah Parsons?
Well, you can't be. That's his leverage. His leverage is they can't win without him. And, I know injuries occur and all of that, and you go out and you play. But the defense, I do think this. I do think the Cowboys are going to be better than what a lot of people project. I saw something where the pundits think that the over-under is 7.5 wins on the Cowboys. I think they're going to be much better than that. I think they got a chance. I like what Brian Schottenheimer has shown in training camp and going into the year, and they've got some things that I like about the team in general. But without Micah Parsons, I just don't think they're going to be able to slow anybody down. I mean, he's a total game wrecker, and he's proven that, and he's certainly worth every penny that he's ultimately going to get paid. The longer it goes, the more money he's going to make. So I wouldn't stress too much if I was him, but that essentially is the only leverage. Now, what are the Cowboys going to do? You think I know the answer to that?
No doubt, no doubt. That's the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman, talking to Joe Buck on Monday Night Football, ESPN. Kudos and credence to them. On a Bengals-Washington game, right, where the Bengals was putting BTA to them. And here's what I got to say. I don't see a blue. I don't see a silver. I don't see a star out there on that particular tape. But they're talking about the Cowboys. Man, even when we losing, we winning. It's always the attention that goes to the star, and that is the Cowboys, right? And we always been talked about, regardless of the situation. And to be fair and to be real, Troy Aikman did say a powerful message. Micah going to get his money. It's going to be more than whatever we thought it was going to be, because of the simple fact, when you wait this long, the money and the price and the cost, all of that stuff goes upwards, right? The only way that Micah Parsons could diminish it or lose out on his money as it relates to football, if he were to go out there and practice. That's crazy, ain't that right? That's crazy. If Micah Parsons goes out to practice, tweak a knee, twist a back, lose a tooth, hurt an eye, that money goes down, right? So he is at that pivot point, right? Whether he do the Dak Prescott thing, which was ballsy, right? To go out there and say, you know what, I'm still going to bet on myself, not once, but twice, right? One could say 3 times for your mind, but not everybody's built like that. Because you are a one hit away from somebody rolling your ankle, somebody hitting your knee, somebody tearing up your elbow and stuff like that. And that diminishing rates of return will happen even more. But Jerry Jones, by him pussyfooting, lollygagging, that's what old folks say in Mississippi, pussyfooting, so that's not a crazy word, but that's what he's doing. Slow feet don't eat. And, of course, we about to get this thing going. Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows what Jerry's ever going to do.
Handoff here is to Kaz Allen. Flag on the play. And it's
First down.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think people are looking at Brian Schottenheimer, and it wasn't at the time they were talking about Deion Sanders and I think Brian Schottenheimer is going to do really well as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. But to go back to what they would do on defense without Micah Parsons, I mean, that is a gigantic hole that nobody can fill.
Well, Jerry has shown that he'll pay top dollar. So, this obviously could have been done sooner at a lower price, but the longer they wait, like I said, the price just continues to go up for Micah Parsons. And, what could they get for him if they were to trade for him? I mean, it's hard to imagine what they might be able to get for him. I mean, he is a generational talent. And like I said, he's a total game wrecker, and he's proven that. So they'll get something done, and is what I expect. I'd be shocked if they don't prior to the season, but I don't know what leverage he has other than the fact that they, in my opinion, won't be very good without him.
Oh, yeah, that's Troy. He said they would not be very good without him. And he said that Parsons is a generational talented player. So with those things, were y'all able to hear Troy? Good? Yeah. And that's what he said. What we got to do, Cowboy Nation, is stop pinning the losses on one. That's what we tend to do. Like that playoff game, it broke us. And I'm talking about that's 2 years ago now. See how fast life works? Or year and some change. That Packers game, I couldn't stand Green Bay before that time frame, and somebody that's watching that probably grew up in the 60s watching the Cowboys, they definitely can't stand Green in a Bay, So Green Bay been a thorn in our side, right? Especially in 2014, 16, and 2023, Green Bay's, and then I think that also Green Bay was a thorn in our side. It could have been 2021 and 2022 maybe during the regular season, right? The Green Bay, I can't stand Green nor Bay. You know what I'm saying? Look, I just can't stand them. I can't talk about how much I would love to see the damn Green Bay Packers fold under, right? But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. This particular team, we got to be about the business cycle of winning, not the business cycle of trying to say who's the smartest person in the room, Jerry. Get the deal done. Make sure that you pay your player early so that we wouldn't have these type of conversation. In the words of Denzel Washington said, all money ain't good money, right? Davey says Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. Now, the only thing is, it's more of Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay that we can't stand. The Brett Favre, he could never beat the Cowboys in Dallas, right? And Brett Favre, the only reason why they got them a ring is because of Jerry. If Jerry never had his hands on this particular team, and if we still had Jimmy Johnson and them way before Barry Switzer, we probably win that Super Bowl all the way through the 90s, right? It's not like Green Bay was that good, but they didn't ascend until we descended, right? Then they ascended, and then the Denver Broncos ascended. We would have been able to shut out all of those teams if we were not fighting ourselves. Ain't that right for those who are old enough to remember, And Toxic Tom, he states that's what comes with leadership. You have no problem of letting Dak go to the podium, taking the blame for the front office. That's effed up. Own it. Yeah, you're right. You boy. Brian Smith says SH and a I, and you can put the T on it. That doesn't sound like Troy to be complimenting the 8 Cowboys. Football player, damn it. Yeah, you sure right. Troy normally gives us a third degree. A lot of people think that Troy Aikman is this, Homer that be up there. Nah, Troy be spitting the truth when he gets up there in that booth. So that's why I listen. When Troy speaks, I'm listening. You know, I'm always got my ears wide open.
Jerry said it best in the press conference. He goes, I'm tired of winning the season. He goes, I want to win at the end of the season in the playoff.
And I don't have the balls to put it all out there the way y'all did on that quarterback. I won't do that. Let's go up here where we can see about it.
Yeah. That was the awkward moment. You know what I'm saying? Awkward because Jerry. Now, Big Game James, I'm giving Big Game James his flowers. He called them Baby Nuts Jones, meaning that they do not take the risk anymore like they used to, right? They are the ones that will refuse to just take the leap of faith, right? Or to get out there and get things going in the right directions. And now it's been confirmed. You know, Jerry Jones says, I don't have the balls to put it all out there the way y'all did it. Now, here's my thoughts on it. Two things can be true. And let me see. Hold on. No. Were you able to get any more passes? No. Hold on tight. Hold on. At the moment. Hold on. At the moment. Okay, good. I'm gonna text that. Okay, good. Now, all right. Now I'm back to it. I got a text message come in. You know. All right. So what I'm getting at is that with Jerry Jones, excuse my long pause on that delay right there. Let me see. And do you have any good news? Do you? Hold on. This Jerry Jones text me. All right, so Jerry. All right. Jerry says, stop pointing me out, Law. All right, so with that being said, you know, hold on. Let me get it right here. Low key, did y'all see that other part of this part right here? Although I am thrown off a little bit. Y'all seen how Jerry had his fist out for the fist bump? that boy kept Jerry on that fist bump right there. Look at him. He gonna have his fist still out there. He gonna yeah. Look at that. Oh boy, like, man, I ain't finna give you no fist bump, brother. You know, I don't know where them phalanges been. You know, even though they balled up, I don't know where they been. But back to my guy, Micah Parsons. The Cowboys, slow feet don't eat. And when you think long, you think wrong. What time is open practice, Kobe? Kobe, open practice will be there around 6. So y'all know we gonna try to get this show going. JJ, Jerry, he texted me literally this.
What's your point? What's your point?
What's your point? My point is, go ahead, Jerry, and pay those which is ready to get paid. If not, if a player is requesting a trade and wanting to get out of said contract and talking back and forth about this and that, we have to understand that said player is now hurt. You can't handle everybody the same way. Not everybody is built for this, okay, me against the world philosophy, me against this and that philosophy. This world will chew you up and spit you out if you're not ready for that type of interactions. And, Law, do you have any truth to that? Yeah.
Got to know that. Okay. Just at this point, I'm going to be. All I want to do is got to know that.
All right. This is Jerry Jones on the Netflix documentary that reveals this truth right here. Jerry Jones in his Netflix America's Team series talking to Micah Parsons in the locker room after the 2023 defeat. It's disappointing. It's a disappointment, but it wasn't because of you. And then Micah respond, All I want to do is win. Opposed to all what whoever else wants to do. So if all I want to do is win, that offseason, ladies and gentlemen, that was the perfect opportunity. That was the perfect opportunity for Jerry Jones to go ahead and ink that paper. Then, keep in mind, Saiton, man, appreciate you, man. Yeah. I don't know if I can repeat that, por favor, but I can say that in the words, I think it was Michael Jackson, and he was singing a song many moons ago. He kind of sounded like Booth, right? he was singing, "You're not alone." I think that we can all agree that you're not alone. Now, I'm not wishing for anybody demise, right? Or anybody to see the dirt. I'm not wishing that, but it is for what it is. And at the end of the day, Cowboys going to do Cowboys
Satan
things.
drops Super Chat. I can't wait until Jerry leaves Earth for good.
Now, AI, Tisha, now, wait a minute. Are you on? Wait a minute. Do you want Jerry gone? Wait a minute, too. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, my God. All right, so even the AI Tisha, Yes, indeed. Oh, my gosh. I feel y'all. So Side Troop said, D Shay says, Shaver says, stick to vlogging. I'm just saying, y'all know that song. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, LAW.
All right, girl, you out of line. You out of line. All right, so with that being said, before we move on to Jerry Jones' face of defeat, come on, man. AI like, hey. All right, so this is Jerry Jones' face, man. And y'all know y'all love Jerry. Y'all, when it's time for him to see the Creator, there would not be a dry eye in the building. Come on, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Shout out to my brother, man, Twin Empire. It would not be a dry eye in the building when it's time for him to catch that cloud. Y'all know. And I'm not saying whether the tears going to be of pain and sorrow or it's going to be tears of joy. But it would not be you can book it. It would not be a dry eye in the building. I'm telling y'all, Jerry, you got to fix this stuff, man. You got to leave out on a good foot or something.
Have a 40-burger MVP in the third quarter. Unbelievable.
Boy, what a hole.
Yeah.
Oh, what a disaster.
Hush, Jerry. Hush.
Every way. More than anyone we've ever had.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your buddy.
Man, I posted that they broke our spirit in that game. Not a single coach was fired. Not a single, keep this in mind, not a single coach was fired coming off of that defeat of Green Bay Packers. That we got beat down so bad. Not one. Not to say that would have rocked the boat or shook up things. But what I'm getting at is that sometimes you got to rule with an iron fist. You got to showcase that you are willing to get things going. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that after that Green Bay Packers game, was that the year we said we all in? Was that the year? Or was it the year before? Cause I'm getting my years all mixed in. Was that the year he said we going all in? Before or after that Green Bay Packers game? I need to know. A little hope I didn't have was gone. After that, I knew then and there I would never see this team win again in my life. It's over. This is from Toxic Tom. Okay. Oh, wow. Man, keep your head high, man. Rico, appreciate it. He said yes. Danks 9000 says yes. So, yeah. Okay. We got a super chat. We got a super chat from Saitin again. If I'm Micah, I wouldn't want to resign. I feel you with that. Here's the thing, Saitin. I think that it's always something with the Cowboys, especially when you start talking about the way we operate and the way we kind of like spit out all of the crazy stuff about said player before they get paid and then a little after they get paid. And it's stuff that gets crazy.
Drops super chat. If I'm Micah, I wouldn't want to re-sign after those comments. You can get paid somewhere else and still win.
True that. Johnson said it was after the loss of the Packers. And we didn't display a good character that we will get things moving. After that. Because going into that season, we literally let's go with
Darren
DP.
Posey $5. Saitin, stop super chatting. You already lost cool points for the day wishing death on someone.
Many man. Somebody put the lyrics on that, man. I don't, just to be fair to Saitin, DP, I don't think that he meant it in that way. Now, there will be a lot of people that would love for Jerry Jones to step down, right? And like I said, there will be tears of literally joy, and there will be tears of misery and sorrow. That's just how it goes, unfortunately. There's people who lost faith in Jerry on how he handled the Tom Landry thing, right? I grew up in that era when Tom Landry was the head coach here, right? And to see how Jerry handled that and going into that year, the following year, only winning one game, right? And then the next year, it was like, hey, what's going on? And then ultimately, right, the Cowboys winning 3 Super Bowls, right? A lot of people were still kind of on the edge, but they done already changed up their minds about Jerry, right? And there are some people, man, that really love Jerry, right? Jerry has helped a lot of people out. So when you have the largest fan base in the National Football League or in the world, basically, you're going to have some of the people that just will not like you. They want death and want things to just move on. And Jerry is not doing the proper job because what he does is basically he does everything for fame, fortune, for the uplift his family, and not thinking about us. It's a very cruel world, and it's been documented that way. Now, when I look at this storyline of what Adam Schefter said or what have you, shout out to Bobby Belt, and it states right here Adam Schefter. Let me pull this up. Got my hooked on phonic Mississippi eyes going. Adam Schefter on Micah Parsons negotiation. It sounds like at some point in time, whether now or after the season or after 2 seasons, it sounds like the two sides are headed to a divorce at this time, right? So sometimes, no matter what you say or what you do, the words that you leave out of your mouth, that left out of your mouth, can affect the way a person feel. Like, you can punch somebody and they can forgive you. But if you fool around and say something to someone, they probably would never forgive you because of what your words were, you know? And sometimes those words, they cut. They cut, and you can never take that back. You can never take that back. You can never take that back. So when somebody say, I no longer wants to be here, it doesn't matter how much money you put in front of them. It doesn't matter how much, hey, I'm going to take great care of you and this factor. You done already gave away your first initial thoughts about the way you said it, right? And money, yes, money answereth all things. But sometimes people be like, man, look, you got to have a little bit more respect with me and what I do, right? And you just can't say that to everybody. Yeah. So that's why it's always a problem. Now, Adam Schefter, he don't know much, but what I'm saying is you got Bobby Belt, you got a few other people that's saying that, hey, we said on 105.3 The Fan for 2 weeks that this have reached the realistic point of divorce, and this is from Bobby Belt, to echo what Adam Schefter is saying. Now, this is the thing. He probably ain't going anywhere. But when you hold someone for ransom and then you don't get what you try to hold them for, and then you release them and you pay them, 9 times out of 10, either you're going to get a player that's going to play with his head on fire, or you're going to get a player that checked out of the game and he looks at it from a business aspect and he says, okay, yeah, the money there, you know, and that's all it's going to be. Since you want to make it to be about business, then we're going to keep it and make it to be about business, you know. So it is for what it is. And I hate to tell y'all the truth, right? All right, so for example, I want you guys to do this little quick experiment then with me. Go to the cash register, wherever, or cashier, go find that lady and go buy something. And when you buy something, tip her $5. One, you say, hey, here you go, lady. Here's $5. You know, thank you for all your work. Buy a little stick of gum, tip her $5. She going to be forever thankful for it. Oh, I appreciate you, baby. Yeah, I'm ready to get the kids something to eat after school. Let this super chat in, and I'm going to tell you what the other step to do today. Mm-hmm.
Darren Posey, $5. Some things are better left unsaid. Keep it to yourself. On top of that, it was a super chat. We have to think before we press send.
But you take that same lady. Appreciate you for your support, DP. You right. DP preaching over there. You take that same lady, and you go to that cash register, cashier, you buy a little stick of gum, and you have that $5 like this, you take it and you throw it at her. See if the reaction is still the same. It's still the same $5, but you've been disrespectful. You throwing it at her. Not everybody's going to receive the money the same way, is what I'm getting at. But that cashier should be happy. They're making $9 an hour. You just gave her a $5 raise. But take that money and you throw it at them and see what she do. She going to be like, okay, I got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Saiton says you should send that advice to the Joneses. Yeah. Yeah. Reno says, and I thank y'all for y'all support. Oh my God.
Take the money out! All of it! Come on! Wasting my time now. Come on!
Toxic Tom said them strippers, they don't mind it. Well, take a roll of quarters. Go to the strip club, take a roll of quarters, and throw it at them and see what happens. Yeah. You take a roll of quarters over there. Yeah. Throw that thing in a circle. Throw that thing in a circle. Ah, dang. Shoot. Hey, you go around hit that stripper with a roll of quarters, boy. She gonna security. Oh, that baby, that was $50. That was $50, girl. You better take them quarters. Okay, the $50. Okay. Oh my God. Toxin says, make it hell, yeah. They be bad, but they be still scooping and scraping their damn quarters up. Say, I gotta go to the corn laundry anyway, you know. Try flipping them corns in them strips. All right, so somehow we got to get back on topic, man. You know, somehow we got to get back on topic. Oh, I know how we get back on topic. Let's go over here.
And, give you tons of comps to what has happened in the past. And it's really some great storytelling in here. So if you don't mind, okay, I'll just read you some of Joel's words that I found to be most interesting. And he jumps in talking about how Jerry Jones has had a reputation for trying to work around agents for a long time. Says the firm that I worked for represented Jimmy Smith, who ended up being a wide receiver, notably with the Jags.
Yeah, second-round pick, and then, he matter of fact, went to Philadelphia was on their practice squad.
Late bloomer.
Yeah, and then ended up in Jacksonville. Had appendicitis. And that.
This is a conversation on 105.3 The Fan. They talking about Jerry Jones' tactics on contracts, and then we're going to tie it all the way in, but let's go.
That hurt him, with his time with the Cowboys. Never kind of came back from that, and they just kind of moved on.
I wonder where I put that $5.
Appendicitis could be a real problem if you don't get in there and get it operated on.
Picking up that $5.
No question. He was actually with Sean and RJ maybe last week or the week before, and he mentions it. This is fascinating.
Yes. Okay. So
really need his $5.
Says the firm he worked for represented Smith. The expectation was Smith to be taken in the latter part of the first round of the '92 draft. He was considered the third best wide receiver. Jones called Smith while the Cowboys were on the clock to tell him he was going to be taken 36th overall, but only if he agreed to a contract before the pick was made.
Yeah.
Smith, who was already feeling some anxiety because NFL teams were waiting to draft wide receivers, agreed to Jones below market terms. The rookie wage scale was not yet in existence. The Cowboys drew criticism from agents and other teams for using the tactic with several of their 92 draftees because it violated conventional draft protocol. The bosses were livid after Smith told them what had happened and said if Smith had been allowed to consult with us before making the decision, he would have been instructed to call Jones on the bluff. So then the senior agents at the firm called Jones to let him know the verbal agreement was not binding and any negotiation would be with them. A deal appropriate for Smith's draft position was subsequently negotiated after that. So this is 33 years later. And, Jerry didn't feel like he had a deal with Jimmy. He had a deal on the phone with Jimmy Smith, and the agents told him, no, that's not how this is going to happen. And because of the Cowboys' tactics, all future draft-eligible clients that they signed were given instructions on how to handle a situation if Jerry Jones called you, as their pick was approaching.
Who was our
Man, that's wild intel, y'all. That agents are advised that if you dealing with Jerry Jones, make sure we are present because they try to hoodwink, pull you to the side to get deals done without the agent. So they got a Jerry law. Not gerrymandering, but shoot, I guess Jerry is mandering on the way he like to line out his monies before he get a chance to pay said player. That's wild work right there.
Defensive tackle that got taken first overall by the Cowboys.
Russell Maryland?
Yeah.
Did that with Maryland?
Did that with Maryland. Maryland became the first overall pick in the draft because he agreed to a deal.
Oh, he was willing to take less? That's kind of how baseball works now.
He pre-agreed to a contract, and then Jones made him the first overall pick.
Okay, so that's Joel's side of the story, kind of shame on Jerry Jones a little bit. I think it is definitely an ethical gray area, but billionaire businessmen are used to operating on that sort of thin ice. And then he talks about Parsons, who says,
shame. Shame. Shame.
True story. I can't reveal the names. There was a networking event that the Cowboys were having at the Star in Frisco. And one of the partners was a liquor company, right? And it was beverages like beer, not that hard liquor, but it's beer, right? And when they sponsored the event. But in return, when it was time to serve the people that wasn't attending there, the own sponsors of the event had to pay for their own beverage. And it was such an alarm. I had this interview with this guy, and he was like, you would not believe how cash hungry that the front office is for the Cowboys. That it's like me sponsoring an event with Law Nation apparel. In order for me to get another Law Nation shirt, I got to buy my own shirt, right? It's crazy. So the sponsor people said for all of the tabling people that was there, they were saying, if we got to pay for our own drinks that we are sponsoring for you, then money is not a problem, but it's principalities of it. Everybody who's willing to eat now for free, $99, and drink for free, $99, let's go next door to Buffalo Wild Wings, and the tab is on me. You know what I'm saying? And about 40 to 50 people uprooted themselves from that event and went across the street and ate at Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
Darren Posey, $5. Jerry loses almost every player contractual deal regardless of whose feelings been hurt, etc. These NFL agents aren't playing with Jerry and them no more.
Oh, yeah, he ain't playing with Jerry now. Yeah, because that stuff comes around. But on that social experiment today with the $5, let me know how that works when y'all throw that money, too, whenever y'all come back live on the show next week or tomorrow or a little later on today. Yeah, so it is an uneven type of an approach. I guess that's how the rich get richer or the wealthy stay wealthy, right? Is that they would figure out a way to get to the bottom line and increase that part regardless of what's the situation and the outcome. A kingdom divided amongst itself falls every time. Shout out to you, Troy. Appreciate you.
Bears some responsibility for his current predicament. In Parsons' statement publicly announcing his recent trade request, he acknowledged he had engaged in back-and-forth conversation with Jones and no longer wanted to be bound to closed-door negotiations without his agent being present. He says Parsons would have been better served by taking a page from wide receiver Dez Bryant. In a January 24 appearance on The Pivot, Bryant recalled ending Jones' attempt to negotiate directly by asking Jones if he could cover him on the football field. Jones admitted it would be a disaster. Bryant then compared Jones trying to stop him in a football game to negotiating his own deal against Jones. So, then Corey concludes that Jerry's engaging with players because he knows he has a huge advantage from a business standpoint in that type of dialogue.
I just kind of feel like that Micah Parsons, though, welcomed the challenge. He enjoyed the Shark Tank.
Yeah, and that's what Corey's saying.
Yeah, he enjoyed the fact that, okay, I'm going toe-to-toe with a man who's one of the most powerful guys in professional sports.
Let me just say this. You can learn a lot about a person when you play games with a person. Twin is in the chat. Shout out to him, man. Twin Empire. I know the competitive edge of Micah. I know what he said. He meant every word. I know for a fact that he meant every word. That all he want to do is win. Because Twin, you know how when I'm winning on that spade table, Twin lets you know. Oh, I'm talking Donkey Kong side stuff, man. Oh yeah. And so it was me and his uncle. And we were playing them spades. Chicago. And it was Parsons and his an assistant. And boy, we ran that 10 on him, Twin. Kapow! And he was like, oh no. And he was going back and forth, right? I wish if I'd have captured it on TV or on one of these little streams, y'all just got to take my word for it. It would be 2 million views, because I'm going to talk my stuff. Yes, indeed. And then on his way out, because they had curfew or what have you, he said, let's run one more. And he jumped on my team. Me and Parsons, we 3-0 when we play spades together. I'm just saying. Oh, he jumped on the winning side. And all he wanted to do was just win, Yeah. And boy. Boy, we run that wheel on him, and then we ran it again. So it was like one of those things, whereas when we talk about winning, I can see in the eyes and the frustration when losing, right? And not saying that I'm the only guy that he can win with, but what I'm getting at is that competitive edge, it never goes away, regardless of what you do. Now, Micah Parsons, he would run into the fire even if he thinks he can't get burnt. But when he start getting burnt, it's going to be like, oh, get me up out of here. And we seen him with that approach his rookie year, trying to face off versus an Amari Cooper. And he was weighing him out on that chess table, right? Weighing him out left and right. But Parsons was the type of guy with the determination that I'm going to keep going until I win, right? And that's what happened when he finally beat Amari Cooper on that chess table. Everybody knew about it, right? Yeah. Teddy G says, what twin channel, Law? Twin Empire, right there. Click on it, and it goes straight to his page. You better not forget your partner and fella. Yeah, twin. Look, well, me and my brother, when we play, boy, we just use all type of talk across the board with secretive over 30 years, over 40 years of us communicating with each other. It's impossible because we can just say a certain thing and I already know what he got in his hand. Yeah, it's like cheat code when me and him play. Yeah, on the same team. Me and Twin, when we play spades on the same team, it's just an embedded cheat code because we just know each other.
Yes.
And I think he probably took it a step or two too far. I think that's really why Jerry's mad right now.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, you wanted to take the opportunity to step in the arena with me.
Yeah.
And I gave you a taste what it's like.
Yes.
And now you're like you were talking all bold and you wanted to do this and Jerry, and then all of a sudden you don't want to do this anymore. Now how's this transpiring? And I think that's why Jerry is mad as he is. I think he's just mad at Micah because Micah took that opportunity, and it kind of brought Jerry back to like maybe some of the old days of how he used to negotiate. And if Micah if we find out that Micah went back like a second time and asked for more things, now you're kind of like going, wait a minute, Micah's engaging in this thing.
Yeah.
There's some talk that maybe Micah went back afterwards and was like, what about this? What about this?
Yeah.
We can't get that proven yet, but if that part does come out, then Jerry has a right to be upset because Micah was engaging in dialogue about his contract.
All right, so these are the truths right here. Micah Parsons announced on August the 1st, right? Just trade me then. I no longer want the desire to play for the Cowboys. the whole world was kind of like, it didn't stop, but it kind of slowed down just a little bit in Cowboys community. And that was the talking point for August the 1st, right? How many days has it been now? What's today's date? And if today is the 19th, there still haven't been that phone call between David Mulugeta and Jerry Jones to get some type of deal done. Jerry Jones said, yeah, we're going to talk to you all on my terms, not on your terms. So when David people and his representatives, they reach out to Parsons people, Parson people or David people, when they reach out to the Joneses, he goes to voicemail. He goes straight, bleep. We're not talking on it. Somehow, one way or another, this deal got to get done. It's aggravating. It's games that's being played. Now, if you want to be top of your game and playing, you want to hear precise, right? You want to hear things crispy. You want to hear them sharp. Well, I got something for you.
Spartans!
Yo, if you serious about gaming, you need to check out the Turtle Beach Self 700. The headset is built for power, comfort, the hybrid leather cushion, metal reinforced design, the clean, lay flat look that made to last, the real magic, the dual driver that give you high definition 24-bit audio sound. That crisp, that footsteps, clean shot, 3D sound that put you in the game. And switching device easy. You can bounce between PC, PlayStation, and even your phone with Bluetooth. Thanks to crossplay, noise cancellation, giving you crisp, crystal clear, zero static sound. Game smarter, play louder, dominate everything. And remember, you're listening to nothing.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, let's get it. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? Yeah, yes, indeed. So look, you want to be able to game with the best, man. So you want to be able to hear yourself footsteps, smooth, crystal, triple HD sound. Click on the information in my description box. Click on, Turtle Beach Self 700 and use promo code LAW, man. I got you, man. I got you on some discounts and stuff like that. So be sure to check that out. Yes, indeed. Dre Madden said Law was into gaming. He was focused. I was into that thing. And then Toxic Tom gonna point out, hey, man, that remote not even on. Oh, my God, man. They done pulled the little brother move on Law. Give him the remote controller. Give him the remote controller. We're going to play the game anyway. Who had little brothers like that? Or little babies or toddlers, and they want to play the game with you all day, every day, and they be messing up. You be like, man, just give them the remote controller. Unplug it now, but give them the remote controller. Don't let me know. Put a 2 in the chat if you ever did that. Just give the little kid the remote controller. And they think they playing, so that they won't be able to get all upset about certain things, man. And so they won't be getting caught up and falling asleep behind the wheel,
To President Trump, Rob Dawson, Fox News.
Yeah.
There's a wet screen in Central Vermont.
God damn it, Haley! That guy pushed me in the damn road! Get over, get off!
Get over, get off!
Get off!
Get off!
Get off!
Get off!
Get off! Son of a bitch! Get off! Get over! Get off! I'm okay! Get off! Fucking shit! Oh, get off! Get off! That white car came and hit me!
It hit you! Get over! Get off! Look how you sleep, though. Now, if this happened to you, man, and you driving, right, and you in a situation that you absolutely get hit by somebody driving like this, let me tell you what you need to do.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 in all threes or 817 in all threes. Get over, get off. And if you need to get off to a right start, reach out to our partners at FrenkelFirm.com. You can go to that website. Someone can assist you there if you can't dial that number. Keep this in mind for your mental cranium. Did they have over a combined years of 100 years of experiences? That's a lot of experiences, man. So go ahead and reach out to them on this beautiful day if you are in a jam, right? My guy stated that Law, you and the other content creators are beating a dead horse with the Jerry Jones situation. Well, we the needle movers, because when we talk about it, the 3-letter, the 4-letter network's going to talk about it. And if they're going to make a dime off of Jerry's names, then can we get 15? Can we get 5 cents? Can we get a nickel? Can we get a penny? You know, so that's what we're doing from all point of view. But one thing that these 3-letters and 4-letter networks will not be able to do is have the pulse of the community like we do right now. We have the ability, ladies and gentlemen, we have the ability to have interactions with fans. And we are the only ones that do these call-in shows to allow you guys to express yourself, right? And get your point out. So just what I love about being a content creator, right? We trailblazers. We getting things done the best way possible. Now, with that being said, the phone lines are open. And my line, which is the hotline for your mind, is 657-390-7391. They have practice today, so keep your conversation short. And also, get your point out. Whatever you want to talk about is freestyle. And on top of that, let's get it. And let me know, have you watched the Netflix and all of this stuff? And granted, it is for what it is. I got from the 206, you in the mix. MJ, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
What up, Law?
Hey, what up, man? What's good with you, man?
I like it. What I was going to tell the players, I hope they're listening, this is how you get Jerry. When Jerry want to negotiate with y'all and you want to negotiate without your agent, you look up the terms, what they making. Say, Jerry, come to me, I'm a good corner. Okay, Jerry, I'm going to do the deal with you to shake. This I'm going to get him, Law. I want everything guaranteed. So if I get cut, Jerry, I still get my money. So, yeah, you want me to give you that discount? You want a $5 million discount? Okay, Jerry, I'm going to give you a $5 million discount. Tell me worth $20 million, and I can get it for, I would say 16. Let's do the deal, Jerry. 16 million guaranteed, 4 years.
Yeah, but let's 16. Let's play around with the numbers on contracts though. Let's say that you have all of that stuff. You look at Jerry in his face and you say, "Yeah, I want this deal. I need this deal to get done, and it's 16 million. Let's work with a smaller number. $16 million guaranteed. You're happy. He's happy. Everybody's happy. And all of a sudden, you get out there on the field." And you get a penalty for a face mask, or you get a penalty that's caused by you, right? That's warranted to a subject to a fine or discipline. And you didn't read that fine print that's within the confines of your contract, and it says this $16 million is guaranteed. However, if you are fined, the guaranteed money goes away. So at one point, you're happy. Now, at the other point, you're mad because you didn't do your due diligence on the contract. And that is what football players don't know. And that's why you have an agent. That's why you have a lawyer. That's why you have all of those things. And that's why a contract is not one sheet of paper. A contract is about the size of a phone book in the football terms, because it's those clauses. And that is why David Mulugeta is saying, yeah, Parsons, on principle, you may have had that soft conversation with Jerry. But there are things that I have to do to save you. You see what I'm saying? From you.
But Law, I know what you're saying. But see, this man, his contract, I'm not going to do that big paper contract that he's giving me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Me and him going to write that contract up together. I'm in the office with you, Law. We ain't going to go. This is going to be, because you like to do the handshake, right? You the cowboy. You the Texas Army. So me and you going to do this contract. MJ agreed to the contract. We ain't got none of that foolishness. I'm going to tell Jerry, none of that other stuff. That paper you don't want, and the paper that I was going to do with my agent, you don't want. We're going to do this. I'm going to go take it down and get it notarized. I'm going to show my agent.
Yeah. So it'll be a non-binding contract because there are policies that's put in place by CBA that they will have to review said contract, and based off of what you getting paid, it have to stay within the certain parameters of what others are getting paid. And they would look at this contract and say, "Hey, man, your contract don't have enough substance to it. We're gonna have to make this a non-binding agreement because of these factors on said contract." And that's what's happening, and that will happen, and that's why they warn these players who's kind of wet behind the ear when talking to Jerry that these contracts may sound good on paper, but when you look at the underlinings of the contract, it's a no-go. And therefore,
I see what you're saying.
Right.
But when you do a contract like that, that's like an NBA contract. It doesn't matter what happened to the player. He still get his money. That's why everybody like playing NBA basketball. Even when you become sorry, you still gonna get your six. See, with an NFL contract, they like to do them contracts so they can cut you, so you don't get your money. This way, Jerry ain't gonna do that deal. Jerry ain't gonna do no contract that say all guaranteed. Is you crazy? That way Jerry said, well, you know how he be talking. I claim Marv. Okay, Jerry. Okay, now Jerry. Okay. Me and you can negotiate, and at least I tried, Jerry. You don't want to do nothing. So what I'm gonna do, Jerry? It ain't gonna work on your side. Okay, I'm gonna call my agent. Let me call my agent. You gotta talk to him now, cause me and you can't negotiate. So I'm gonna let you talk to my agent. See, that's how you get here. You gotta get Jerry in a bind so he could be uncomfortable. He try to make you uncomfortable. You know, with that lie. You know how Jerry try to put this, try to slight. He try to get over him. So that's why I say, Jerry ain't gonna do no nothing. You know Jerry Jones is not doing a guaranteed contract. He is not doing that. No. So when you say, oh, Jerry, you gonna do a deal, man, you gonna, hey, I ain't gonna say.
All right, Ma. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, dog. Yeah. Appreciate you, man.
Hey. I'm just trying to get the slick. I'm just trying to get the slicks, the goof. What I call it, the clown. I'm just trying to get the clown.
Oh, yeah.
Let's clown him. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Let me hear you say it. Yeah. Come on. Dance to the window, to the wall, to the sweat, drop down. Yeah. Get with it, Long. Hey. Put the stunner shades on, baby. Hey. With it. It's the Clown Show, brought to you by Jerry, Wayne, and things. Hello, come on now. You get a red nose. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on up out of the grave, baby. Yeah. That boy good. Boy, Law, you crazy as cat hair, boy. Yo. I got not West Coast, but I got East Coast Cowboys, man, you're live. Boy, you're live on the nation, man. What's good with you, man?
Yo, what's up, Lo? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, bro.
Man, I know all the Cowboy Nation, man. We just getting tired of all of this bull, man.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is, where is Micah's head going to be, even if he does get signed? You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like they're playing this little cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
And it's like he still got him on contract for this year, and he can tag him for the next 2 years. But if you do that, where does that leave Micah as far as his mental? Because, I mean, he wants to be with his fellas and he wants to be at the Star. But, I mean, you know that old saying, man, you keep kicking the dog, man, eventually he going to bite. So it's like, why we got to keep going through this? And Jerry always talk about the fans and how he do this for the fans. He's not doing nothing for the fans, man. All he doing is wanting to get the Star out there and having, like you said, this clown show. Everybody, the 4-letter, 3-letter networks, everybody sitting here talking about us, and that's all he's looking for. As long, what'd he say?
Yeah.
They talking about us, we're doing our job. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Who do that? I have never seen no owners do nothing like this before.
Yeah. He put, what's that guy, Al Davis? He put Al Davis to shame, right? So,
yeah.
And I'm not beating him up, but I am. You know, it's the thing that we love this team, and that's why we talking passionately about this team. And that's why I try to give the voice to the people about and on this team because of these particular factors. Like, at the end of the day, you said something pivotal, that what will be the head space of Micah Parsons when it's time for him to be out there on the field, right? And if he haven't been getting those mental reps and those physical reps, he may have a dip in production this season. But guess what?
Exactly.
The 3-letter, the 4-letter networks and the opposing ops, they don't care. They don't care. They embracing this moment, right?
And you know what happens, man? I mean, you a hard-working man. I mean, I drive tractors for a living, and it's like I drive hazmats, and it's like, man, if my mind ain't in it, that's a recipe for disaster, man. Because it's like if your mind is not in it, man, it's like I don't wish nothing bad. I just don't want to see the young man get hurt because his head ain't in it.
Yeah,
and I know he got kids, man. He just trying to take care of his kids and do what he need to do or whatever. He's not out there running the streets like some of these other players. I mean, he's there at the team. He's with them. He talking about being a leader. He's there. He's being a leader. He's doing what you want. But then you put these little stupid clauses in there where you got to play a certain amount of games and stuff like this. And like you said, don't get this kind of like a penalty or whatever where you get ejected from the game. I mean, stupid stuff like that, man. It's like you're handcuffing them to be able to play. Football is not like it used to be. Football used to be and it was like back in those days, man, with all of the old school players and stuff, man, they played the game because of the love of the game. It's like now it's a business. And it's like now players is getting their money and stuff or whatever, and then that's it.
Yeah.
There's no love for the game no more.
I mean, it's parity in the league now. You know, normally when you get drafted back in those days, if you go into the 49ers, you know you're on a winning team. You go to the Steelers, you're on a winning team. To a degree, in the 90s, of course, you go to the Cowboys, you're on a winning team, right? And now what they're doing is the incentives are watered down because they do revenue sharing. And that is one of the part of the problems with the NFL, because ultimately, what would be the incentives if everyone get a chance to split their revenue, right? Like what's really the incentives, right? These guys are making hands over fists. The Saints going to make the same amount of money that the Cowboys make. The Cowboys going to make the same amount of money that the Green Bay Packers make because they all share revenue. Now, there are other ways that you can make more money. What are those? Independent jersey sales, right? Parking lots attendance and stuff like that. So Jerry has mastered the mind of selling merch and other stuff to get them over the top. But overall, ratings are ratings. Everybody get that same split of the pie. There's no true incentives. Jerry Jones have made more money since 95 than before 95. You see what I'm saying? Like, by losing, he making more money than winning. You know, it's crazy.
Don't forget about the TV shows. All of these TV people that pick up the Cowboys. It's like he making money. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm from the East Coast, but I live in Houston now. Yeah. And it's like certain channels I see. It's like if you subscribe to it or whatever, you get Cowboy content, and it's like all of that stuff, like on Fox and stuff like that. Jerry pays for all of that stuff, but then, like you said, man, it gets to the point. That's why he didn't have nobody at Archnar, because the simple fact, people are just getting sick and tired of all of the bull stuff, man. And it's like we got to sit there. We want to see the game. We want to see a good game, but it's like he's supposed to be in a certain spot, and that messes up the chemistry. Yep. He only can do so much by watching the plays and being there for lineups and the film studies and stuff like that. But being on the field is it's different. Yeah. Because it's the speed of the game now. You got you don't want people running into each other and stuff and getting hurt or whatever because you in the wrong position or you trying to get to a certain spot. Now Micah faster than half of the people on the team. Right. He runs somewhere and you got another man running in the same direction. What happened if they run up on Micah or they step on him or somebody get hurt? Yeah. All of that stuff is concept, man. That's gelling together. Yeah. And it's like, now how do you plan on doing that? And you actually think he's going to be ready once this gets done? You actually think he's going to be ready to play Philly? Come on, man. Yeah. This
this is extremely different from what Emmitt Smith did, right? It's like you can't put those two things in the same world, right? So we'll see how all of this work out, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
All right, man. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get with you on one of these little football games because my son keep worrying me, man. He like, man, I want to see Law. Come on with it. I'm gonna bring my little man out there so he can check you out.
Come on with it. Come on, tell him. Come on down, man. We'll see what we can do, man. Appreciate you, East Coast.
God bless you, man.
Likewise, man. You know, it's East Coast. You know, we got a West Coast Cowboy. We got an East Coast Cowboy. It's crazy. It just hit me. I've been going to training camp since the Jason Garrett administrations. And when Jason Garrett was in office, believe it or not, we never seen the crowd as razor blade thin as it been these last two seasons. There were more hope for the Cowboy fan base collectively during the Jason Garrett administration. I can't make this stuff up. So at the end of the day, or people are waking up. The great wake up. People are waking up, you know. And I don't want y'all to wake up too much because at the end of the day, y'all probably say, man, you know what? We in a simulation, man. None of this stuff real, man. You know, everybody is AI now. You know, the world been over with. We in the Matrix right now. None of these people exist. Everybody are really bots. You know, I'll watch something in Japan now that they have found a way where women no longer have to go through being pregnant anymore. They can just take it and put it in a robot and let the robot raise the kid or what have you, or the robot goes through the 9 months of pain and birthing and all of this stuff. You know, that's crazy, right? But they already got that process and that plan out. And wait till this start rolling out over here in the United States. You think Tyrone had multiple baby mamas? Boy, he gonna have them bots knotted up, boy. Shoot, AI teacher, don't say nothing now. But what I'm getting at is that y'all probably, man, we probably be in the same. Let me quit talking before I get knocked down. All right, Howell the third, man, from the 214. You're live on the Nation, man.
Hey, man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
Man, say, OG, you crazy with that multiple robot baby mama thing, bro. That's wild.
Can you imagine?
That was wild, dog.
You owe AI child support?
12 kids, 12 robot baby mama. That's crazy stuff like that, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah,
hey, man, I want to say this. I want to say this, and I'm going to make it fast. You know me. I don't normally be on Jerry Jones' side at all.
Right,
but
right.
This right here.
This right here?
This right here. I'm on Jerry Jones' side. And I'm going to say this. This
okay.
is why I'm going to tell you why I'm on Jerry Jones'
Break
side.
it down, man. Break it down, man.
Say, man, if I owned a business and I knew I could beat you in negotiating, you think I'm finna take this off on you? Hell no.
Oh yeah.
I'm finna whoop you in negotiation.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna at least try it. Yeah, I'm gonna at least try it. Yeah, I'm gonna at least try it. Come on with it. You right. You right.
Now look, I blame Micah Parsons. And this is why I blame Micah Parsons. If you did negotiate your own contract, ain't you gonna have to pay your agent of his fee anyway?
I mean, because, you still represented it under him. But if you negotiating your own contract, then here's the thing is, people do what they want to do, right? But people do understand that if you do those things, right, then there's going to be some pitfalls. Just like I tell people all the time, it's okay to do your own taxes when you're making $30,000 a year. But when you start making $330,000 a year, you better stop doing your own damn taxes. You better not send that thing to TurboTax and say, hey, man, I process my own taxes. But guess what? Who that is? IRS. Hey, we see that you are not living what you said that you were living, and some of this money been misappropriated. And then all of a sudden, you in cuffs over here like, hey, man, but hey, wait a minute, I didn't know. Ignorance of the law doesn't give you excuses, right? You still got to hit the slams. So, it's good to have Pookie and Ray Ray to do your own taxes or do your own taxes when you're making $30,000 to $40,000. But at this point, we talking about big money. So you better go ahead and get that agent. That's what he do for a living, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell people with Micah Parsons. He had no business talking to Jerry. So I get it. Jerry is a shark. Jerry is a shark, and a shark is not going to ask politely, may I have a little piece, you know what I'm saying, of that tail. No, the shark goes and eat, regardless of it.
Right. And you definitely don't want to do your own taxes when you got 12 robot baby mamas either. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I write these off?
You ain't writing them off. You ain't writing them off. You is done data.
This one half Porsche and this one half Tesla. Come on with it.
All I want to tell my Cowboy fans who's upset, that Micah Parsons thought he was so cool with Jerry Jones. We so good friends. We going to the Cotton Bowl together. We sitting at this game together. He thought he was in. He didn't realize that no matter if you're in or not, that man's still a shrewd negotiator. Yeah. And we going to play this game. We going to play it out the long way. Your feelings going to get hurt, not mine. And you see who feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Feeling hurt.
Yeah.
Your feelings ain't hurt.
Yeah.
He's just saying this.
But how? That goes with it, though. That goes with it because that's the wicked side of doing this business, meaning that Jerry knew that he was taking advantages of the situation. There's people right now that's 40 and 50 years of age. If they talking to an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, and I'm just being real with you, they have the advantage. They have knowledge and wisdom. And if they grooming that said person, all of a sudden, they doing things that they ain't supposed to do. They are at places that they don't supposed to be at. That's why Jerry Jones was being smooth with Micah Parsons. Oh, we're going to put you in the suite. We're going to put you on this. We're going to put you in the yacht. We're going to do all of this stuff. But when it's time to get this contract down, I groomed him enough so that he can believe it in me that I'm going to take great care of him. But then when it all said and done, we had a handshake agreement. Micah took that to his agent and said, man, we can't do this. He's taking advantages of you. That's what we getting at.
Jerry Jones in the hood shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? He talking all that big noise, and everybody talking big noise with him. And why everybody talking big noise? He done slipped them tricky dice in there, and ain't nobody paying attention because everybody talking too much noise.
And there you go. And that's why I said, that's why Jerry Jones, even though you said you agree with him, that's why I disagree with you agreeing with him, because Jerry Jones know what he's doing, and he took advantage of an innocent soul. That's all I'm going to say with this, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
Appreciate you too, my brother.
Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
All right, how about them? You know, see, we can agree to disagree, right? Right. There's some people right now. You. Yeah. Where my guy?
Shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, taking advantages of the youth. Okay, I despise that. That's crazy. You know gullible when you see gullible. You know when you have been working in this craft for over 10,000 hours, right? And that's what Jerry, he got over 10,000 hours, probably over 20,000 hours or 40,000 hours doing contract. And Micah Parsons just happy to play with the silver and blue, the star on the side of his helmet, got his podcast and all of that stuff going. And he sit down face to face with Jerry and thinking that he's going to win on that. No way, Jose, you know. And that's why all David Mulugeta saying, put me in the room with him too. Let's see if the same conversation happened. Y'all be seeing that all the time. Yeah. Man, who you finna go pick up? Yeah, I'm finna pick up this girl, man. Where she at, man? Hey, man, she just graduated. Man, you got all that gray hair in your beard. You better not be picking her up, you know. Yeah, man, there's a little squeeze I got. No, you taking advantages of the situation. Taking advantages, man. Come on with it. I got Dr. Q from the 210 UN. Talk to me.
Hey, Brother Law, Cowboy Nation. Man, I just chimed in, Brother Law. Hey, man, I'm with you. I would never, ever be on Jerry Jones' side. I already told you I despise the man personally.
Yeah.
Don't even know him to despise him. But I definitely agree with East Coast, man. Definitely a business. I do think Jerry Jones should have already paid this kid, man. Now you go from having to go from potentially paying him 43 to where you could have caught him at 31 less than a year ago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then you could use the other $12 million to kind of get somebody else to improve the team.
Right.
So from that end, Jerry is wrong. But see, he doesn't care, Law, because like I told you, man, I own 2 seats there. But not only that, you get the seat option invoice that comes to you. Then you got to pay for the season ticket, and then you got to pay for the gray or blue parking. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, look, okay, even though I'm charging this for the seat option and the season tickets, I can make money on the back half by charging them to park. Who else does that?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, man, Jerry needs to stop being so damn cheap. Go ahead, pay this guy because the guy is deserving of the money. Then, as far as the changing of from the business side of it, you know, the salary cap was implemented in '94, and they did that. Now think about this. When did it start? It started the year right before Dallas went and picked up Deion Sanders. That's when salary cap started in '94.
Right.
So a lot of things start to change then, right? But then I always say, I know I'm kind of going off topic a lot. I always say, for me, the 4 main things, man, I harp on this all the time.
Right.
Is health, luck, player personnel. I just leave it at 3. You gotta have the player personnel. We talked about this the other day, and right now, like you said, we can't figure out how to evaluate this team right now because of the way they're performing. I know it's preseason, but the thing that puzzles me really is player personnel, because you're talking about, when you look at it, Law, you're not going to get Overshown back. They're saying potentially probably Thanksgiving. Now you got Diggs. We don't know what's going to happen at that. And you got the kid they just drafted, Ravel. You don't know what happened. You don't know what's going on with him. But let's just say all these players, let's say you get all these players back, your stars, right?
Right.
You have to give them the 3-week window, which means that they got to be ready to get out there sometime late October to be able to play literally right before Thanksgiving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So player personnel. So how do you fill that in? And based on what I'm looking at, they don't have the personnel. They don't, to me, that's going to replace those guys. And like I told you the other night, the backup of the backups, based on my eyes looking, are just not very good. And I don't know how you change that. Well, you change that by going to get players, not players sitting on the couch eating ice cream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go out there and you get some real young players to help the betterment of this team. If you don't, I promise you we're going to be talking about the same thing for the 2026 season. Yeah. And we know that back half of the schedule, like I told you the other day, it is brutal. And so, but to counter that, you need to get players. So player personnel, health, and luck are the three things that's going to propel this team. If those don't happen, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you right on it, bro. But I appreciate it, Dr. Q. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right,
yes,
man.
indeed.
Take care now.
No doubt, man. That's Dr. Q, man. So, luck, player personnel, those things play a lot of roles into this conversation. AI Tisha, did you see that report that you kind of helped me out with? Yeah, I've got it now, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it states here, women no longer needed. In China, scientists have created an android capable of carrying a child from conception to birth instead of a woman. Oh, my God, they're trying to get rid of the ladies out of here, man. You're talking about a box now, a robot box. But AI, do you have more information on that? You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. I'm telling y'all the truth. Wake up!
The fetus will develop in an artificial womb with a simulated umbilical cord and amniotic fluid, receiving all the necessary nutrients. The first of these devices are expected to be released in 2026, with a starting price of around $14,000.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, so I mean, I know some people right now in the chat got 14 bands right now. They say, you know what? I'm gonna raise. I'm getting my own family going. I'm gonna pick out the own set of eyes, and I'm gonna pick out the height. Let me see about 6'6", 6'8", don't get too tall, not too, yeah. So it's crazy, man, and a lot of stuff is happening over there. Open up, man, while we fighting each other over sports. These other countries, they do soccer here and there. There's not a lot of press conferences on soccer, but they focusing on trying to take over in another way. Yes, indeed. It is crazy. Saiton got a super chat over here. And the super chat AI, since you been talking, can you just read out Saiton's tropes super chat for me? Yeah.
If it was about winning the deal and saving money, then he would have done it a year ago. It's more about being in control, aka slave owner mindset. Well, it's rough on the boys. Speaking of boys, I got 901 boys in the building, man. Holla at me.
Shout out Memphis. Shout out Tiger. Shout out Hardaway. Shout out Grizz. Shout out John. Shout out Glorilla. Shout out 3-6. Rest in peace, Young Dog.
Yeah.
And shout out to one of my haters on 100 grand. I'm going to keep saying it every time, 100 grand, so stop hating, man. Memphis in the house.
Memphis Tennessee in the house, man. What you got out for me, man?
Either one or two scenarios as I look at it. Micah Parsons is going along with Jerry Jones' plan to try and get more clicks and views and whatever. But I want to relate this to my job. I've been with the Postal Service 20 years.
Ooh.
And Trump gets in and he starts attacking the federal employees, taking our jobs. He sent those over here to Memphis and they took routes, took jobs. Luckily for me, my seniority kept me from losing my job. And I say this in relation to Micah Parsons. Go out this year, dedicated to your kids, dedicated to your family. Come on back to camp. Don't do it for the team. Do it for yourself. If Micah Parsons goes into the Eagles game, has 4 or 5 sacks and constant pressure on Jalen Hurts, because I'm listening to Philly, what's going on over there. They got receivers injured. They got cornerbacks injured. They got offensive line injured. We can get them.
We can get them. Yeah,
I just want Micah Parsons to hear what I'm saying. If he's listening, just come back to camp. I know the injury is you can get injured anywhere.
Facts.
But I just see in my head, I see I don't know why I keep seeing this. I see Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison running the route tree every game, working.
Right,
and that's the type of attitude I want to have to Micah. Don't do it for the team. Do it for yourself. Bet on yourself, just like Kirk. I think Kirk Cousins is the richest quarterback in NFL history because he kept betting on himself. He didn't get injured till, later on, but bet on yourself, Micah, and just come back and do it for yourself and be ready for the first game for you. Because if you go out and get 4 or 5 sacks, he coming out of his pockets.
Yeah,
and that's all I got. Memphis in the house. I'm out. We love you here in Memphis Law.
Come on with it. Project Pat too, man. You left him out. They mad at it. Okay, for the 901. I love that energy, man. Shout out to Memphis, man. They are my neighboring state, even though I'm in Texas now. But my thing is, that's a risky game, man. That's a risky game to bet on yourself. Yes. Not everybody's set up that way. Now, Micah is making more money than he ever made this year because of the 5th-year option, right? This is his 5th-year option that he's playing up under. So the checks are a little bit bigger for this season. But my thing is, it's a risky business, man. It's a situation and scenario that out of your draft class, you are probably the last guy to get paid. I think that wasn't Chase in his draft class. He got 40. Wasn't the DB Surtain in his draft class. He got his money, his coins. So they do look at that stuff. These are conversations that's been had, right? And it's not like Jamar Chase, he's been to the Super Bowl, but not like he's haven't been as impactful as a Micah Parsons or to that degree the defensive player of the year, what's his name, Surtain, right? So, and I think the other guy got paid too, J.C. Horn. So all of those boys are in his class, and he's looking at it like, man, I'm the last one. Yeah, and you don't hear the organizations from them on their side saying, hey, man, see if you can prove it. See if you can earn it, and these sorts of things. So it's a risky business, man, to get out there and get things going. Yeah, postal workers know about the repetition, believe me. Yeah. And all federal employees, man. Salute to all the federal employees. Me as a former federal employee, I get it. We are hearing that people that I know, GS-14, non-classified, non-supervisory positions gone just like that due to cuts and due to rifts and due to mandatory mandates that you've been working for the federal government for like 15 years, right? From home. And the office saying that now everybody got to report to being in office, and the in-office facility is not even adequate enough to sustain your workability, right? They don't even have – these buildings are old, and they want people to go travel to work so that they can expand the economical dollars and all of this stuff. And at first, people were like, yeah, federal workers don't work, federal agents don't work, federal employees, they just ride the clock. But now they realize, no, they do a lot of work. Because on the other side, on the federal side with contractings now, now they're saying that, hey, these people that rely on some of these federal contracts, they looking at it like, why is it not getting done? Well, a third of the agency has been cut or let go or rift, so it's a battle within the battle when you have someone that's above, right, that's handling your money and your livelihood, right? And that's just how it goes. It's crazy. But now it just takes time for people to see, and it's just been painful for all of my federal employees and stuff like that. I got 2 more callers. I got 202-908. 202, you're live on the Nation Big Amish. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys, y'all?
How about them?
I want to talk first about idolatry. Tell me if I'm wrong about the Bible on this one.
Okay.
But you shall worship no other God but me. That's Jerry Jones. Right?
Yeah,
and
right.
if you do not think, well, if you don't kiss his ass, and more importantly, if you don't not only kiss his ass, but you don't eat that ice cream coming out of it, he wants you to think his ice cream.
You ain't lying. Yeah.
That's how you keep your job and you get your money.
What's your point?
And a great right? Sorry, Jerry. And I love Jerry because he has done a lot. And I'll give him his credit as well. But that ice cream, the greatest example of it is, in the idolatry issue, look what happened to someone who won 2 Super Bowls for him.
Yeah.
He got canned within days.
Yep.
He got canned because he wouldn't eat that ice cream and kiss his ass. But then you got your old barbecue chef McCarthy. He licked that ice cream right up off the floor and everywhere.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
He kept that job, and he probably would have kept this job, but he didn't. He thought too much of himself. That's the only reason that's probably spoiled. But so that's how I kind of look at it, and how coaching and coaches have been treated differently, and the players as well. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't stop there, and I think it's all around how Jerry treats somebody. You kiss his butt, you're in.
Yeah.
Now with Micah,
kiss the
this
ring.
is the one caveat.
Yeah.
I got to say that to me, I think, and you maybe this was already brought up in your program. Micah, it's Micah and Jerry. They both know what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no doubt in my mind. And I actually think it's much more than that. I think Micah already knew, Micah's agent knew that Micah was going to go talk with Jerry.
Right.
Right? And
so.
Basically, they said, look, go in there, get as much intel as you can, but don't agree to anything. Always use the caveat that my agent has to approve everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why, right, and I want you to comment on that. That's why I think everything went south, because the agent then, really changed gears on what the agreement was, and Jerry went ballistic.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, and it's really towards the agent. Micah and Jerry, I believe their relationship is going to be solid, and I do believe this gets resolved. But this is about an agent and how agents actually get involved on how Jerry does business. You could disagree or agree with how Jerry does business, but that's what he does, and I'll leave you with that.
Oh, yeah, that's how Jerry does it, man. He likes to be the end-all, be-all to these type of contracts, man, and Jerry – there could have been a situation that people agreed upon certain things, but it's not binding, right? So, and that's how this all conversation went from here. So you're not wrong with your analogy there, man, and I appreciate you for calling in. Let me hear you say it.
Oh, how about them Cowboys? Y'all,
man, that's my guy, Big Amish, man. Yeah. You scream, I scream. We all scream, I scream. Your side hurting over there. That's Micah right there. That's how Jerry Joe want Micah to eat it. Oh, my bad. That's Micah right here, and that's his agent right there. Hold on, let me see. He want them to do it this way, and Jerry his agent is like, nope, nope. You know what? I've been on this earth for over 40 years, and I never seen a dog eat ice cream until today. You're like literally, I never thought about that. If you're a dog lover that's in the chat, do y'all feed y'all dog some ice cream? Let me know. And do they make that pretty little face? Look at that pretty little face. Come on with it. Do y'all have dogs over here that y'all fed ice cream to? Put that in the chat. Put DOG in the chat, man. Yeah, that other dog like, man, let me just get a little piece of it, man. God, dog, man. And little man right here just eating away. What was it? A Shih Tzu, Cavapoo, a poodle, what that is right there. So ugly, it's cute. Ain't that right? That dog, so ugly, it's cute. Yes. All right, so I got the next caller from the 908, Swayze, the objective cowboy. Talk to me, man.
Yep, you got that right. I'm the objective Cowboys fan. I'm like medicine. You might not want to take it, but it's good for you to hear and taste. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to eat them greens sometimes. I know you guys had a lot of steak, fried chicken. I can eat some of them greens. They're good for you. I know you don't want to taste it, but it's good for you.
Yeah.
Nah, but Lord, I watched some of the documentary, the America's Team on Netflix. It's so sad watching it. It's like you reminiscing, and it's like it's so sad because it's just like this organization is just night and day, and you could just tell based off the documentary, this was Jerry's idea. Like he hired Jimmy just to revive the organization again, and get the organization from the grave and rise it up top and make it alive again. And he just took it from Jimmy. That's just. It's so sad how he did Jimmy, bro. I was watching it and I'm like, bro, he did Jimmy dirty. Like I just don't. That's crazy. Nah, but with the Micah situation, I'm gonna get off with the Micah situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm. With Jerry, I mean, again, this is something that Jerry always done. He did with Tony Romo. I remember in 2006, he put Tony Romo inside a small closet with Bill Parcells, and he got a deal done with Tony Romo. He did it with other players.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's just something that Jerry. Yeah, it's just something that Jerry does. Is it right? No, it's not right. But I don't think he's singling out any type of player. You kind of get what I'm saying? I guess that's just what the narrative is. Is like, oh, he's singling out Micah, but that's not. He does it with everyone, even quarterbacks and. Top wide receivers. And to me, I just think, again, I just thought it was very immature for Micah just to put that out there on Twitter. Now, if he went through his agent and said, hey, we're going to professionally request a trade due to not us agreeing to negotiations of the contract, then I would be like, okay.
Yeah, but frustrations is there. When you see like how, things are being handled in the media, right? Like, that's just how it goes, bro. Micah Parsons was frustrated, and that's why he lamented the fact that he said, I would like to be traded, right? I no longer desire to play for the Cowboys. And these are things that we don't know, but there have been more things that's been said. And we've seen a little, I believe what they call in the streets now, sneak dissing, right? That the Cowboys have grown impatient with Micah Parsons' antics, right? Or the front office is not pleased with this particular thing. And it being leaked out by certain individuals. And that's the first thing you see when you open up your X app or you open up Instagram or your family members letting you know that the front office is not pleased with you and your antics, right? And some of the fan base are not pleased with Micah Parsons. So you get all of that embodied with Micah Parsons, plus the ideology that everybody else in his particular draft class is getting paid. That's what you're getting right now. For example, to be fair, Swayze, like Dylan Gabriel, right? He said something about, I'm here for playing football. People are entertaining. Now, if Shador said it, people, the whole world would explode. But by the guy that was drafted in the third round said it, you know what I'm saying, by the Cleveland Browns, it's like, get over it. You see, it depends on how you say things, and that's what's going on.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I'm not saying that Jerry Jones is just 100% correct. I just think that as Cowboys fans, it's no different than if your parents is going through a divorce or your parents is arguing, right? So you don't really have any control of the situation. All we could do is just look at it from objective and see both sides and say, hey, you're wrong here, you're wrong here. And to be honest with you, Micah has no leverage. We could franchise tag him for the next 3 years. So if we wanted to, if we wanted to say, you know what, be assholes and say, you know what, we're not going to sign you, do what you want to do. Either you play or you're not getting no money, and you will be fine as well. It's nothing he can really do about it. I mean, do nothing about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like when Jerry was saying, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, but in closing, I just going to say this though, bro. Like what Denzel said, not all money is good money, right? But not all attention is good intentions. So at some point, I get it. Micah Parsons was wrong for meeting up with Jerry Jones, thinking that he can get this deal done. right? And Jerry Jones was wrong for attempting to get this deal done behind the agent's back. When the agent have a rightful spot to speak up and say, hey, this is my client, let's have a conversation. At some point, Jerry going to have to release some of those egos and have that conversation and at least have a conversation. They haven't had a conversation since March, I heard. That's a long time, bro. It's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very long time, but again, that's the Cowboys organization, and we just going to have to deal with it. Me personally, again, before closing, I'm closing right here. Again, I just watched the documentary, and I just seen the Herschel Walker trade. He was the best player in the NFL at the time, one of the best players in the NFL at the time. It was unfathomable to trade Herschel Walker. Like, you're trading Herschel Walker, the best running back in the league? Well, how could you? It created a dynasty off that. Now, we're very top-heavy. Again, we're very top-heavy. You, as a Cowboys fan, and I know the chat is probably going crazy, and they like, oh, my God, la, 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 la. I get it. You love your players. I get it. But realistically speaking, if you look at past history, top-heavy teams don't win. It's all about how much depth you have across multiple positions. And you can't realistically expect to win with just Dak, Micah, CD, and George Pickens. It's very unrealistic.
Right.
You have to think about trading one of these. You got to think about getting a haul in a trade, because you're not, like right now, we're not better than the Commanders, unfortunately. We're not better than the Eagles, unfortunately.
I think we get the Commanders run for their money.
These are people inside our division that we're not better than. And what's the fastest way to get better? It's not just the draft, but free agency, and to free up some of that money. That's just something that I just feel like is just the best pathway going forward of an unfortunate situation.
Yes, I appreciate you for calling in. Swayze, the objective Cowboy fan. Shout out to my guy Swayze. Here's one of the things that I can say with this. Cowboys haven't been a good stewards of their money. Let me say this again. Cowboys haven't been good stewards of their money. There's nothing inside of the Cowboys that would paint the picture that they aggressively, even when they had the money, that they would do these things. And one of the greatest lies that they ever told you guys is that we are trying to save pie for this guy. You know what I'm saying? And nobody getting the creams nor the pies that they saying that they were saving it for. The Cowboys had $90 million available to utilize and use in 2019 at the edge of it. And you can't name me significant players that they went and spent with that money outside of wasting almost half of it by franchise tagging the quarterback, right? And there's nothing that we can say that all of this movement of money, all of this movement with money, that the Cowboys would do things in good faith with that said money. Law, do you have any truths with it? We know for sure all of the deals that the Eagles been making, right? Whether you support the Eagles or not, whether you hate them or what have you, we can clearly pull up over the cap and we can see that even they are in positions right now to pay Micah Parsons if he was on their particular team. We had $31 million, give or take. The Eagles sitting right at $29 million, give or take. If they wanted to, if they had Parsons on their particular team, and we know how stacked they are, they will be able to pay that man just easily, right? But the Cowboys, they are not good stewards of money as it relates to player contract and player negotiation. And they move so slowly that it's always a deal that they looking to take advantage of versus just taking advantage of the situation. So here's the craziest thing of it all. The Cowboys, somebody said, Roger said the path of purgatory for 30 years, right? And that's where we literally right there. I called the shots with Micah last year, Law, and you already know Ghostface Gaming. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. So the whole Dak Prescott contract to CeeDee Lamb to now Micah Parsons, we paid $5 to $10 million more than what we should, even from an APY aspect, on all of those players. So when people say, yeah, you overpaid for Micah, you overpaid for Lamb. Yeah, to a degree. You overpaid for Dak Prescott. Yeah. Because on the natural order of things, he should have been right at 51, 52. But by waiting, now we're paying 60. And we got his name all drugged out. And now we got all of this other unwarranted conversations. That's where we at with the Joneses. That's where we at, unfortunately. And they are our star-studded players, regardless of whether or not we like it or not, right? And the trust been broken, and that's why you had a no-trade clause on the contract. Now, that's an adopted practice amongst everybody, but it's more stern here because of the practice of how we handle these things, right? Yeah. Yeah, so appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. I thank you guys so much for your love, your support. I know this getting old of us beating the horse, of us recycling the same drama and bringing up the same thing. We right now wasted hours upon hours talking about contracts, but not focus in on the game. Week 1. All of our energy need to be harnessed into the right thing, right? The craziest thing of it all, energy is free, but how you tap into it is everything. There was this great inventor, Nikola Tesla. He figured out a way for free energy. Now, nobody knows where he is at. He disappeared from this face of this earth. But the best things in life are free. Tap into it. I encourage you guys to break the old traditional ways and go back to the little things. You down, you out, energy is free. Go outside, take your socks and shoes and socks off, walk barefooted. Sometimes it's good to hug that tree. Tap in, ladies and gentlemen. Free game. At the end of the day, my energy bill ain't free, Law. I feel you, Seabass. And that's why I'm here. In the biblical days, there was this guy named Saul. He was knocked off a horse, and his name became Paul. He was on a mission. He was on a journey to help people set up things as it relates to his infrastructure. He gave rules and rudiments. But one of the greater things that he said is that I render you these things which are spiritual. Therefore, can you render me these things which is carnal? Meaning that even though he was operating out of the will of God, nothing in life is free. He was asking for the remunerations to help continue his mission. Now, I'm asking for you guys to support the nation. It don't have to be $5,000. It don't have to be $5. It don't have to be $1. But support me with my virtual currency, and that's hitting that like button. That's sharing this content. That's letting people know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. So that we can continue to scale and grow. So we can continue to move forward and get things done. So when people say, Parsons, bet on yourself. Get out there and play. You under contract. What Parsons is saying to y'all is that, yeah, I may be under contract. And I already told you it's not about the money, but it's about my little ones. It's about the future that I'm trying to develop for my people. I render you those things, which is on the football field for entertainment. Jerry, can you render me these things to secure me for not just this year, but for next year and the year beyond that. Mama said that there'll be days literally just like this as people departing, leaving before the benediction. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, Jerry, if life itself seems empty, and it will, and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, I don't think that he's gladly going out there to fight for it, fret for it, or lose all terror of God for it. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish of fame or the sickness about your brain can turn you away from the things you want, I don't think that he got that desire anymore. Because the countenance on his face after that Green Bay Packers loss, he can't get mad at nobody but himself. Because if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, if you put your parameters together and you know where you are neglecting at, you would have filled those small spots. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening.
Yeah, what's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
You're listening to nothing but the best, man. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall or not at all. See y'all out in practice today. Let's get it. In the words.
Tell him run it up.
I wake up.
Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck.
What is your best ice cold?
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep,
I am awake.
Rest. Might crash, might
How about you?
But first I
stretch.
9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
By my lonely.
To a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Yeah.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
I got my homies
Thought
with
I
you.
could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Come on.
Put in my hours, send the invoice, and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, Cowboy, let's get it. Dak on, let's get it.
I wake
Timothy.
up, flex, thumb down now.
Yeah.
No drip, this.
Tell him run it up.
No sleep,
Roll.
no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip with
Philly.
I call him Niger, he'll come through in a hurry.
Yeah.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
Come on.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games.
Yeah.
Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Yeah. I wake up, law. Yeah.
No drip, this.
Tell him run it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, that check. No drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it
up. The longest outro in the land. Brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Also today's sponsor, Self 1700. And then we also have Turtle Beach Headgear. Be sure to check them out. Let's get it. Yup.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Hey, bro, come on.
you. And remember,
Don't let the street lights hit you all the
shout out to Matt Batten, Ice Cold. Appreciate you, Seabass. Energy plug all the way in. I see you, fam. Until next time, DC for life, not for short. I be your player too. I follow whatever you
evil world we live in.
whatever you do. Play it too.
Love, 7 more and another one, and another one. Fighting you was the one to love. 7 wonders all in one, all at one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too.
Come on, Qua. Come on, Qua. Come on with it.
If a paper crane can fly,
you
must be out your goddamn mind. Feel that far.
Come on, Qua.
So far,
all right.
so far.
What my guy?
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Close them doors.
Ushers, close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close the doors.
Crane can fly.
Close the doors.
Fly on, fly on, fly
We
on,
are going to be together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online.
Until next time, DC for
This
life.
is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm
seed.
challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the back. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Jerry!
Giving is worship.
Giving is worship, man. Give Micah Parsons that deal.
This ain't the time to talk.
What's your point? Okay.
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
It's easy, Jerry.
This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I'm still them boys.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Come on with it.
Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys. Huh. Yeah, I'm still them boys.
Yeah, on paper.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short. And remember, we still them boys.